I'm Sheriff Ray Nash, coming to you from the International World Headquarters of the Police Dynamics Institute here in Charleston, South Carolina. And I'm very pleased to partner with the Justice Clearinghouse to present this online Police Dynamics training program. The Police Dynamics training program is designed to equip, encourage, enlighten, maybe entertain a little, and empower the law enforcement authority to overcome evil with good. Over the last 20 years or so, I've had the privilege of presenting this material to well over 15,000 law enforcement officials and government leaders from around the world. I've been as far west as Hawaii. That was a rough trip, right? And I've been as far east as Romania, Afghanistan, and Sierra Leone, Africa, and many, many places in between. Not to mention the dozens of international delegations I've trained when they were here visiting in the U.S., including the Moscow Police College, some Romanian and Australian officials, officers from Western and Eastern Europe, Central and South America, Mongolia, of all places, plus many, many more. Agencies throughout the world have implemented these principles and report great success in fighting crime, increasing morale, enhancing officer performance, improving the community trust, and reducing these ethical failures that seem to plague us in the profession. And you know the ones I mean. When otherwise rock-solid officers have ethical failures at the worst possible moment, because they tend to happen in those moments of intense pressure. And these failures are devastating. They could be career-ending or even result in criminal prosecution for the officer involved. They do incredible damage to the profession at large. And that's not to mention the human tragedy that often follows in their wake. In the training, we're going to answer the questions, is there anything that we can do to insulate our officers against these failures? And how can we help them achieve the resiliency, that internal fortitude necessary to withstand the intense pressures of the job without losing their composure and without jeopardizing their professional ethics? Along the way, we're going to gain insight into improving community relations, enhancing the public trust and confidence, which is so essential to our success, and fighting crime more effectively. The material is presented in a series of what I call dynamics. These are principles that are designed to make you more powerfully effective in both your professional and your personal life. We cover how to achieve peace by coactively building trust-based relationships with the communities that you serve, the important role that character and personal virtue play in building these relationships, and how to cultivate them in your own life as well as in the life of the agency. How to protect our officers from the harmful and evil influences of the profession and guard against some of those ethical failures that lead to death and destruction. How to strengthen and stabilize some of these internal relationships within the walls of the organization itself. And these are the ones that tend to generate most of our job-related stress. How to be those modern-day centurions who are under authority, accurately and faithfully representing the authority that has been entrusted to you. How to restore these renegade officers who are being controlled by their own egos and their own selfish desires. And even perhaps even more importantly, what to do if that officer happens to be you. Then we're going to explore a character-based model of exercising executive authority so that you can make sound discretionary decisions in the field even when under pressure. And then I'm going to present you with a professional, court-defensible pattern of conduct to generate voluntary compliance with the law, only resorting to physical force as an absolute last option. And lastly, in the dynamic of interposition, I'm going to provide you with some practical guidelines, historically and legally validated, to intervene when a fellow officer has lost control of themselves or a situation in the field. And at every step, I'll be providing you with time-honored and field-tested principles that will help you survive in the four deadly arenas: the streets, the courts, the media, and the profession itself. In fact, I'll teach you how to do more than survive. I'll teach you how to win, and win decisively in all four of those deadly arenas. I want you equipped, I want you encouraged, and I want you empowered to meet every challenge that this crazy profession throws at you. To thrive in an otherwise dark, volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous environment. And to end your career on a high note, to skate out into a healthy, productive, sane, and long retirement. So buckle up, put your ego and some of your preconceived notions aside for a few moments, engage your brain, activate your core values, re-engage with your rookie self, and hang on for the ride, because it's going to be a wild one.